Russell Wilson has just been traded to the Denver Broncos for Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, and multiple picks. The picks are not out yet, but I'm assuming it's 2 first-rounders plus some. But this is huge news for the NFC West, the 49ers, any team in the NFC West, any team in the AFC West, of course, also. But looking at the Seahawks first, then I'll get into other teams in the division. The Seahawks are going to be really bad. They get Drew Lock back. This is a team that does not have a good offensive line. Yes, they have DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. They have some decent wide receiving options. Tyler Lockett's getting older. DK Metcalf is a great player, but they're going to struggle mightily next year. I mean, they're basically hitting the reset button, and their team has been carried by Russell Wilson for the past 5 seasons. They are going to be in the cellar. They are probably going to be in the cellar for years to come. This is a team that's going to struggle a lot to win games in 2022 and moving forward as well. So you have questions at quarterback. You do not have a good roster. You have a bad defense. You have money tied up in players like Jamal Adams that you frankly do not want to be paying. And now you don't have a quarterback, or you have Drew Lock, but I don't really see the fit there that well. The Seahawks offensive line is not good. Drew Lock is going to struggle a lot in Seattle. This is huge. This is huge because, you look at it from the Trey Lance, the 49ers perspective. Trey Lance is going to be taking over this year. He's going to be a young quarterback. He might not be quite there yet. The Rams are probably going to, I would say they're the big favorites next year to win the division, but the Rams don't have that much time left either. I mean, Matthew Stafford's 33, 34. He's getting up there in age. They have a roster that's aging a little bit. They don't have a ton of flexibility when it comes to cap space, draft picks, all that kind of stuff. I think they're, in it for the next couple of years, and then you're going to see them also have to take a reset. So really, what does this leave in the NFC West? It leaves the Cardinals and the 49ers. Yes, the Cardinals have Kyler Murray, who I think is a great quarterback, but another roster that's aging as well. Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt. You got some older players there. You have a couple stars there as well. You got Budda Baker. But DeAndre Hopkins, he's getting older. So a lot of question marks in Arizona as well. And they just really, frankly, haven't been able to get it done. So I don't view them as a super big threat moving forward. Cliff Kingsbury was also re-signed. I do not think Cliff Kingsbury is a good coach at all. So what does this mean for the 49ers? It means that this division is looking like it's going to be wide open in a couple of years. The Seahawks are going to be really bad. I think that's the first thing. I would probably say they're going to max out at 5 or 6 wins next year. I think 6 wins would be a huge success for them. I think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL, which is pretty crazy to say when you look at all their, their recent seasons. But, man, this is a huge deal. The Seahawks are basically saying, all right, the Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson era is done. I'm not expecting Pete Carroll to coach that much longer either, so it's not looking pretty in Seattle. But for the 49ers perspective, this is amazing. The division is going to be wide open in a couple years once the Rams kind of age out. But, man, this is some big stuff here. So, props for the Broncos. The Broncos are going to be in a really good spot, except for, the AFC West has the most ridiculous quarterbacks in the league. But I do like the Broncos. I think they're going to be a really good team. And adding a quarterback like Russell Wilson is obviously a massive plus, especially when you consider that roster there. So, massive move today. Aaron Rodgers just this is somewhere where we're going to see the next team really take over. So I'm pumped. If you're a Seahawks fan, I'm sorry. It's probably going to be really rough for the next few years, but it is what it is. You made a run. You got your Super Bowl there, but this is great for the 49ers. This is great for all the NFC West teams. So thank you all for listening. Just wanted to get my quick reactions out, but man, this is crazy stuff. So we can book next year. Seahawks are going to be in the cellar in this division, probably for the next 2 years at least. We'll see what they do at quarterback. There's not many good options. They're going to rock with Drew Lock next year, but man, they're not going to be good moving forward. So thank you all for listening, and I'll talk to you guys about 49ers football, NFL football, maybe a little bit of Seahawks football, I guess, moving forward, but we'll talk to you guys soon.